my name is Sharon, and I have a daughter at Mark Lund. She was in a drowning accident, or near drowning. She was 27 months old, and somebody left a gate open to a swimming pool, and when we turned around, she was gone, and everybody went to look for her, and she was lying in the bottom at the deep end under the slide. You know, she was resuscitated, but she has severe brain damage due to a lack of oxygen. She was in the hospital for a long time and was in a coma for a long time. We kept her at home and took care of her and gave her various therapies. And eventually, within a year, she came out of the coma, but it was just obvious, you know, that she did have severe brain damage and was going to need constant care, which we did give her for probably the first 5 or 6 years. So then eventually we just felt that in order to get all the therapy and stuff that she needed, that we really should place her in a good facility. And that was the trick, because I wasn't willing to give up taking care of her myself unless I felt that she would be someplace where the care was excellent. She was like 7 or 8 when I placed her at Mark Lund, and I'd bring her home every weekend, you know, because it was difficult for Brenda, and she'd cry, you know, because it was new to her, and so every weekend then I'd have her at home, and then she'd go back, you know, on Monday mornings for school and things, and so we did that for years until she got so big that I couldn't lift her anymore. Now I just go visit her, or they'll put her in the front seat of my car, and I'll take her to the park or drive around with her, but again, I'm a very small person myself, so I can no longer lift her. So that seems to be working out very well for both Brenda and myself. Yeah, she's been there, you know, most of her life. Mark Lund is home to her. But she knows who I am, and she's very social and knows what's going on and can wheel herself in the wheelchair. The only thing is she can't walk, and she does need 24-hour care. So she just needs the kind of care that Mark Lund has to offer. And the nicest facility with the best care, I believe, is where she is now there in Geneva. And they even have a therapy pool, and they have the dentist that comes there. They have a hair salon, and those are just auxiliary things. But I mean, her day-to-day care, and they make sure that everything's good so she doesn't get any kind of bed sores or any kind of abrasions on her skin. They just work with her very well. But she's very happy and there, and of course knows all the people because she's been there for so long. And the other thing I like to say to people is, you know, I have 4 children. Brenda was my youngest. And, you know, you think you're home free. You have 4 beautiful, healthy kids. And you think, well, you know, I didn't have a misfortune of having a problem at birth. But the thing is, we never know. There's all kinds of accidents that happen to our children. And I've met children out there who were in car accidents. I've never come across any place that can even hold a candle to Mark Lund. I do everything I can, you know, to help them with funding, and if they have to deal with the legislature or whatever the needs and issues are to keep funding coming in. And obviously I give as much as I can, and I have them in my will. And even if Brenda should pass on, you know, I'm definitely going to leave them money when I pass on, because others before me gave, so that when my daughter had her accident, then I had a place to put my daughter, so I can do no less than for future generations, or maybe a child who hasn't even been born yet, so that that care level is there for others.